Hi everybody, good morning. It's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and as you probably are expecting, it is time for your early morning book review. I've got my coffee, I've got my books, and let's get into it. Now, the one I most recently read is Julie Builds Her Castle. Swoon worthy. This was swoon worthy in my opinion. This was one of the better vintage books I have read. It was by Hilla Coleman. I haven't looked that up to see if that's a pseudonym or not. It says on the back that it's not, that she was born in New York City, a borough of Manhattan. She's a real person. She wrote for the Saturday Evening Post. This was a really well done book. Not only was it super interesting to read, but it just brought out a lot of teen angst and teen, I don't know what you want to call it, teen, real life teen situations. And it translated very well to today, even though it was written in let me get you a copyright date, 1959, even though it was written in 1959. So in this book, we follow Julie, who is a little bit embarrassed by her family. Her father's an artist, and her mother doesn't seem to do much. I guess she's just kind of a stay-at-home person, but she doesn't clean. That was one of the things I really liked. Was there was a scene in here where she's like, the mother is saying, well, I guess I really need to clean the cottage. I really need to clean it up around here. And the dad's like, on such a beautiful day, what are you talking about? Let's go out. Let's go do stuff and everything. Sorry. I had a little coffee ground in my mouth or something like that. So they're not a traditional family, and Julie is very embarrassed by that. She is turning 17. She's getting ready to go off to college, and they move to Provincetown. I believe that's in Massachusetts. And they live right by the sea, so Dad can paint seascapes. And she gets involved with a Portuguese boy by the name of Jimmy. And there's some high drama with Jimmy and his brother, Joe. And the family is disapproving of, oh, it's not Jimmy. That's my husband's name. And the family's not disapproving of him. I don't know what I'm doing here this morning. Let me have a sip of coffee so I can wake up. Okay, back up. She gets involved with Peter, the Portuguese boy, Peter. And parents are very disapproving of Peter. And there's high drama with Peter's brother, Joe, who's kind of this James Deany kind of rebel without a cause character who gets in trouble. And if you ever do come across it, I won't tell you what the trouble is that he gets into, but it's pretty big. He does a pretty big bad thing. But anyway, she spends the summer with this Peter, and she thinks she's fallen in love. And then she admits to herself that she hasn't really fallen in love. She's just infatuated from him because he comes from a different background and the family is much more stable than hers is. And you know, it's that old, the grass is always greener. Plus, he's very good looking and he's a fisherman and he's out on the sea all day and everything. But then she finds out that he really loves her. And it's just swoon worthy. Your heart just breaks. It just breaks for Julie in this one. But it was excellent. I gave it 4 stars. The more I think about it, the more I think I should go back and give it 5 stars. I think I was kind of influenced by some other people that had read it on Goodreads and kind of graded it down a little bit. And I shouldn't do that. I should be an independent thinker. All right. Anyway, that was Julie Builds Her Castle. The new one I'm reading is a Kate Tracy mystery. This is, look at the illustration. That's pretty good. Is it, can you see Kate? We haven't had any mention of the dog yet, so I don't know what's going to happen here. But this is the Green Cameo Mystery. And it is so far extraordinarily racist when it comes to Asians. It's got Asians all speaking like Peter Sellers did in when he was playing, who did he play? Well, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that Peter Sellers thing. but it's extremely racist towards Asians and the way they speak, not using their little, instead of saying the laundry is done, they say laundry done and everything. So it's pretty racist for the time. It was written in 1933. It's a good copy though. And the cameo mystery, I can already tell, is not going to be that mysterious because the person, whoever is writing it, and I'll have to look that up, is just rushing through it so far. I mean, I'm already like almost halfway done and I just started reading it last night. So anyway, that's my good morning book review, my early morning book review. We've got Julie Builds Her Castle, Swoon-worthy. Kay Tracy, not expecting too much out of this one. We will see. We will see, because it's hard to read the racist language in there. But, you know, you have to sort of, when you read vintage books, you have to kind of think about the time they were written and everything like that. Oh, sorry, I've got allergies. I've got coffee grounds in my mouth. I don't know what's going on with me today. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful Monday. Have a great day. I hope everyone is feeling well. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I will check you later.